Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing a video that's highly requested, and it is what is in my student teaching bag. So this is the bag I carry with me every day. It's super big, super nice. It's from Mark & Graham. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I'll link it down below. So this is for real what's in my bag. I am home now in quarantine, obviously, but I literally just brought this home from school last Friday, and it's been sitting on my bedroom floor and I haven't touched it. So let's get into the video. So the first thing that I always put in my bag, because like in the morning I carry my bag and my lunchbox, I just don't have enough hands for this, so I put my big Hydra Flask in there. It's the 32 ounce, and I just have a sticker from when I went to Banff this summer and when I went to Bainbridge Island in Washington. And then I got these cute tops off of Amazon, and it's kind of banged up. It's my Hydra Flask. I have two of these, and so I either carry this one or the other one, and I rotate like every 2 days. Next, I have my pencil pouch. So this has my initials on it. This is also from Mark & Graham. I got it as a Christmas present a couple of years ago, but it's super nice because it has like this snap pocket on the front where you can keep stuff in, and then in the inside it's got this cute print, and I just have a ton of pencils and pens and everything. So this is the same one I would carry in my backpack, like if I was going to class. So I have this in there. The next thing is my happy planner. So I have the student happy planner, and I cricketed my name on the front, and I think it's super cute. It's just like the confetti one, and it's navy, and then it has the rainbow spirals. And so I love my happy planner, and I have a couple sticker packs for it and everything. But next thing in there is my happy planner. I'm so excited for next year to get a teacher happy planner, hopefully, so that'd be super fun. Okay, next is this little notebook. I think I got it at Majuri. No, not Majuri. That's a jewelry thing. At Muji. Is that a store? It's like a Japanese like stationery store kind of. And so I've just turned it into my student teaching little notebook. And so I have stuff written in here from every teaching placement I've been in. But most recently for this placement, like I have a lot of stuff written in there. And I have like notes from reading small group one day, and notes from our meetings we have as a cohort, got to-do lists, formal observation notes, more notes from our program about like asking questions. And then I started making notes about the word workstations that my teacher does, because she does really well with those. And I also keep a running list of all of our phonics words and like how my teacher does like reading station rotations and stuff. And so I think it's great to just have any notebook like this with you during student teaching to write down little notes of stuff that your teacher says, or like when you get formal observation feedback back, or just like any little things. I even have like TPA stuff in here, just like anything. So I love this, and I'm about 3/4 of the way done, but this has so much good information in it, so definitely recommend having one of these with you throughout student teaching. Okay, next thing I have is just a folder. And so this I took with me a lot last semester to my placements, because last semester I was in a school all day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so our teacher had to fill out, we had to fill out like the hours we were there and like the total hours, and then our teacher had to fill this out and sign it. And so I had one of these from each week, and so I just kept them in here. And I recommend, if y'all have to like fill out any forms or anything from your teacher like every week, just go ahead and like print them all out at the beginning and keep them in a folder with you at all times, so you don't have to remember every week to like print it out and then get it signed and everything. It's just easier if you've got them all there, because if you open this up in the morning and see it, you'll remember to do it. And then on the other side, I just have some student work from last semester, some more observation forms. These were like the formal observation forms. There goes my bag. I knew that wasn't gonna last long in my lap. These are like the formal observation forms that we had to fill out, or that our teacher had to fill out on our lessons and everything. So this was mainly from last semester, but I just keep it in there just in case I need it for some reason. Now let me get my bag. I'm just gonna leave it on the ground because I'm not gonna try and balance it in my lap. So next thing I have is my binder for this year. They call it like internship, clinical residency, all that stuff. So But clinical residency handbook, and it's got my name and my school down here. And I actually had this in there. Let me cover the name. I posted this on my Instagram, but I have an early release pass from the principal. I came in one day and it was on my little table in my classroom. And this is for coming to math night. We get an early release pass, so we can put 4 days where we can leave 15 minutes early, which is pretty nice. But I mean, who knows if we're gonna go back to school. So I hope we do. And okay, so open this up and I've got a couple things. So first thing, in this pocket, I keep all of the extra handouts and stuff that I get. So my teacher is awesome and she always makes extra copies. We have 17 kids in our class. We started out with 19, and so we just make 20 copies of everything. And so I get all the extras, which is super nice. I've been told by everyone constantly, always take the extra copies from your student teaching because you'll need those one day. So I have these in that front pocket and they just stay there until I can transfer them into my resource binder like I showed y'all a couple weeks ago. And then this is something that I made, and so it's like a time log. And so I put every day I was gonna be there and I highlighted them to differentiate the weeks. And so all that's 1 week, all that's the next week. And so I just put what time I get there and what time I leave, because at the end of the week we have to turn it in online to our advisor of what time we got there and what time we left for every day of that week. And so I just made that time log to help me keep track of it. And then this is something that's given to us by our program, and we have to fill it in for every day. So it's like a calendar, and you put an A if absent, an X if you were present and on time, FT if you had a full day of teaching that day, an O if you had a formal observation, T if you were tardy, and NS if it's no school or a holiday. So I can show you this page. So this started week 7. So this started on February 17th, which was President's Day. So I put an NS because we didn't have school that day. And then X is present and on time. And then full teaching days, you also have to highlight in blue if they're non-consecutive and yellow if they're consecutive. So there's that. And this is this past week because of spring break. And then I'll obviously have to fix this now because we're not going back to school until at least April 6th. And so I've got those just in plastic sheets so they don't rip because I'm constantly opening this all day. And then the next page I wrote down our internship requirements. And so for us, we have to do these 6 school-based observation things, and those are attend a special event, observe a teacher in a different grade level for half a day, observe a specials teacher, go to a grade level and a faculty meeting, so different things like that. And so I put those all there. And then next I crossed off Ed TPA math and literacy. And then we have to do 10 non-consecutive days. So I wrote the dates that I did all of those. And then our consecutive days, I wrote the dates for those. And then we have to have 4 formal observations and go to education interview day. So this was just kind of a sheet for me to keep track of everything because there's a lot that gets thrown at you during internship and it's kind of hard to keep up with all of it. And so I just put that in there just kind of help me. Next, we have a reference form. So that's something that my teacher can fill out at the end of the semester, if she would recommend me for hiring for people. And so it's a really good thing to do. We have an internship checklist that I don't really look at because that other list really helps me. And then after that, we were given the sections we were supposed to make in our binder. So you can pause them and read these, but these are just the sections we were supposed to have. So 1, I have my resume, I'm not going to show y'all. Next, we have our syllabus and our calendar, which honestly I don't look at that much because I just know it all. Next is a little bit about our school-based experiences and stuff. Next, I don't know what number 4 is, but I don't have anything in there. Number 6, so these are school-based experiences. Let me see if there's anything I can't show you. So we have ones that are required and ones that are choices. And so we have to do 6, so I've done 4. And I went to a data meeting, a faculty meeting, a school event, and a committee meeting. And then the 2 I'm gonna do next are attend 2 specials and observe an instructional coach for half a day, and a classroom teacher for half a day. So I'm gonna do first grade teacher. And then you write about those and you turn them in. So like this is one of mine that I wrote about, and then you turn them in on Canvas, and there's no grade. It's just like completion. Next we have the assessment. So my professor, or my what's it called? University supervisor, and my cooperating teacher have to fill out these like long assessments on me for like my lesson plan and for how I teach my lesson. And so there's like a planning for instruction assessment, and then there's a pedagogical content knowledge, which is like how I deliver the lesson. And so I've got copies of all those because I need 2 of each one for each person. So I need 4 for every formal observation. I have 4 formal observations. So I have 16 copies of those in there. And then I've just got some passwords written down because my teacher wasn't there. And then I have some things where I've like planned out my math for one day, because math is a lot. And then I've got some EdTPA stuff, and that's about it. So that is what's in my student teaching binder. And lastly, besides my computer, that's usually in here, but I don't have it in here right now, is this. So I love accordion folders. I've got like 2 over there. I have a new one for every semester. And so this is my internship accordion folder. I just cricketed internship on it, and the little tab thing to like loop it keeps breaking because of all the stuff that's in my bag, so I just left it be. But I have sections for EdTPA, math, my school, and reading. So like reading, EdTPA, math, EdTPA. And so I just put random files and stuff in here. I don't really use this that often. But one thing I thought was cool, on my first day, my teacher gave me this. And it was like the little handbook for 2nd grade. It's like one of those like flip up things that you see on TPT and stuff, which is super cool. So the reason I have like a file in here for my school is because I have that, and like she gave me a list of all the kids' names and stuff at the beginning, so I have all that. And then I also keep some more copies of those assessment forms in here because like I have to have 16 of them and they all can't fit in my binder at once. And so this is just kind of like a catch-all for a bunch of different papers and stuff that don't go in my binder and don't go in my resource folder. So they're in here. And then lastly, there's a little pocket in here. And so in there, and I hardly ever use any of this stuff, it's just been in there since the first week because I thought I might need that at some point. Got a Tide to Go pen because, you know, never know when you're gonna need a Tide to Go pen. I've got a giant thing of hand sanitizer, which I don't use this hand sanitizer because I have one in my lunchbox that I carry around all the time, and also like the top does not go down on this, so I'm just gonna leave that out because I don't want that spilling on stuff. I've got a Band-Aid, chapstick. This was my button from last year before we got like our lanyard things, and it was safety pinned, which was so annoying because you put a hole in every shirt you wore. But my dad went to some conference and had like a disposable name tag, and it had this like magnet thing on it, and so I hot glued that to the back of this. So I just have this just in case I forget my lanyard one day. I have like random candy that my kids gave me on Valentine's, and a couple bobby pins, which I don't even use. Oh, these bobby pins are from the 100th day of school when I had like, grandma bun. And yeah, that's about it. And then the actual little snap thing that's supposed to go on my accordion folder that keeps breaking off, I just threw in this little pocket. So yeah, that's about it. So that's everything that's in this bag. Again, I said I'll link it down below. I got it for Christmas and it's a super nice bag. I think it's kind of expensive, but it's definitely worth it. And I put like heavy stuff in here. Like I've had my binder, my computer, my accordion folder, my Hydra Flask, and like a Wonders curriculum book and our math curriculum book, and it's so heavy and it doesn't break. Like the straps are super nice quality, the bag is super nice quality, so I highly recommend. It's super big and I love it. So that's all that's in there. Be sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I've been sharing a lot of stuff on there recently since it's in the quarantine, and since we're in the quarantine and I haven't had a lot to do. And so be sure y'all follow me on there and subscribe on here. I have a lot of videos coming that aren't vlogs, unfortunately, because I can't be in school. But I have a lot of videos coming in the next couple of weeks. So if y'all have any requests, be sure to leave them down below, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.